if Jeff Lee didn't give him that guitar, then it might have been more difficult for him to get it, or even it may have taken him a couple more years to get it. And at that age, a couple more years is, I think it's safe to say that maybe he wouldn't have got as good or been good enough when they went to Hamburg or these other places. Does that sound accurate?
Well,
to you?
yeah, some of that definitely right. Because by the time he gets into his early teens, he's reconnecting with his mum. So he's still living with his auntie and his uncle. Reconnects with his mum, and his mum is a massive influence on John. So after he's shown that he wants to be serious with the guitar, she gets the money together and buys him a guitar. Now his Aunt Mimi, complete opposite. She didn't like the guitar. She thought it was a waste of time. She famously said, "The guitar's all right for a hobby, John, but you'll never make a living from it." So when John made a living from it and bought Aunt Mimi a house, he had that quote put onto a little plaque placed inside the house, just a reminder.
That is great, because how many well-intentioned parents or advisors have said something like that with the intention of this boy should do math or become a doctor because he's bright, but not thinking that, well, if he's bright, maybe he could still do something artistically.
Yeah, because he was a pain at school.
Incredible.
He wasn't concentrating at school, so his reports were terrible, and he ends up with no qualifications. Right. So Mimi was trying to focus him on doing his schoolwork, because he didn't care about that. All he loved was music and his art. So he got no qualifications. So yeah, it was the right intention. But to tell somebody like John, don't do something, it's like putting the thing that says, don't walk on the grass, don't touch this wet paint. You've got to. There's something that says, I've got to do that.
It's like that psychological experiment. Don't think of a white elephant. There it is. There it is.
Exactly. It was he just saw it as a challenge.